Self doubt. It's that nagging voice in your head that whispers, "You're not good enough," or "What if you fail?" It's something we all experience at some point, but it doesn't have to define us. What if you could silence that voice and step into your full potential? In this piece, we'll explore 10 powerful strategies to overcome self doubt backed by timeless wisdom and modern science. Whether you're struggling with imposter syndrome, fear of failure, or just feeling stuck, these principles will help you build unshakable confidence. 1. Understand the nature of self doubt. Self doubt isn't a reflection of your abilities, it's a product of your thoughts. The renowned psychologist Albert Ellis, founder of rational emotive behavior therapy, taught us that our emotions stem from our beliefs, not the events themselves. When self doubt creeps in, it's often because we've internalized negative beliefs about ourselves. But here's the truth: self doubt is just a thought, not a fact. As the Buddhist teacher Pema Chodron says, "You are the sky. Everything else is just the weather." Your doubts are like passing clouds. They may obscure your vision, but they don't define who you are. By recognizing self doubt as a mental habit, you can begin to break free from its grip. 2. Challenge your inner critic. That voice in your head that tells you you're not good enough, it's not always right. Psychologist Carl Rogers, a pioneer of humanistic psychology, emphasized the importance of self acceptance. He believed that we all have an innate drive toward growth and self actualization, but this drive is often stifled by self criticism. The next time your inner critic pipes up, ask yourself, is this thought helpful? Is it true? What evidence do I have to support or refute it? By questioning your doubts, you weaken their power and create space for self compassion. 3. Focus on what you can control. Self doubt often arises when we focus on things beyond our control, like others' opinions, past mistakes, or future uncertainties. The ancient Taoist philosopher Lao Tzu said, "When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be." Modern psychology echoes this wisdom. The concept of locus of control, introduced by psychologist Julian Rotter, suggests that people who believe they have control over their lives are more resilient and confident. Instead of worrying about external factors, focus on what you can control: your effort, your attitude, and your next step. By directing your energy toward actionable goals, you build momentum and confidence. 4. Embrace imperfection. Perfectionism is one of the biggest drivers of self doubt. The truth is, no one is perfect, and that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay, it's human. The Japanese philosophy of wabi sabi teaches us to find beauty in imperfection. It's about embracing the cracks, the flaws, and the quirks that make us unique. Similarly, psychologist Brene Brown, a leading researcher on vulnerability, reminds us that perfectionism is a shield we use to protect ourselves from judgment, but it's also a barrier to growth. When self doubt whispers, "You're not ready," or "You'll never be good enough," remind yourself that growth happens in the messy middle, not at the finish line. Embrace imperfection as a sign that you're trying, learning, and evolving. 5. Practice self compassion. Self compassion is the antidote to self doubt. Kristen Neff, a pioneering researcher on self compassion, defines it as treating yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a friend. When self doubt strikes, ask yourself, what would I say to someone I love in this situation? How can I be kinder to myself right now? Research shows that self compassion reduces anxiety, improves resilience, and boosts motivation. It's not about letting yourself off the hook, it's about recognizing that you're human and deserving of care even when you fall short. 6. Reframe failure as feedback. Failure is one of the biggest triggers for self doubt. But what if we saw failure not as proof of our inadequacy, but as feedback? Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, famously said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. His perspective reminds us that failure is a natural part of the learning process. Psychologist Carol Dweck's research on growth mindset reinforces this idea. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities can be developed through effort and learning. When you adopt this mindset, failure becomes a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. The next time you face a setback, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to grow? By reframing failure as feedback, you transform self doubt into a catalyst for growth. 7. Surround yourself with support. Self doubt thrives in isolation. That's why it's so important to surround yourself with people who believe in you, challenge you, and remind you of your worth. The African proverb, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together, captures the power of community. Research shows that social support is a key factor in resilience and mental health. Seek out mentors, friends, and colleagues who uplift you. Share your struggles and celebrate your wins. Remember, you don't have to face self doubt alone. 8. Take small, consistent actions. Self doubt thrives in stagnation. The more you procrastinate or avoid challenges, the louder that voice of doubt becomes. The Japanese concept of kaizen, or continuous improvement, emphasizes the power of small, consistent actions. By breaking your goals into manageable steps, you build momentum and confidence. As author James Clear writes in Atomic Habits, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Focus on creating systems that support your growth, one small step at a time. 9. Celebrate your wins. Self doubt often blinds us to our achievements. That's why it's so important to celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Positive psychology research shows that celebrating progress boosts motivation and reinforces positive behaviors. Take time to acknowledge your accomplishments, no matter how minor they may seem. Each win is proof that you're capable and growing. 10. Remember, you are enough. At the core of self doubt is the belief that you're not enough. But here's the truth, you already are. As the philosopher Lao Tzu reminds us, when you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Trust in your resilience, your strength, and your ability to rise above doubt. Self doubt may never fully disappear, but it doesn't have to control you. By applying these timeless principles, you can silence the whispers of doubt and step into your power. Remember, you are stronger than you think, wiser than you know, and more capable than you believe. Keep growing, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself.